Honorable sisters, brothers, and friends, as printed in rt.com/usa/jesus-wife-king-papyrus-740, Jesus' wife, in half parentheses. Jesus' wife, papyrus, not a modern forgery, scientific tests say. Published on April 10, 2014, 20.57. Hollis, professor of divinity at the Harvard Divinity School in Cambridge, Massachusetts, shows the front side of a 4th century papyrus fragment, in parentheses, AFP photo /Karen L. King. Scientists now say that an antiquated piece of papyrus containing an excerpt concerning the alleged wife of Jesus Christ is not, in fact, a forgery. According to the results of a carbon dating test just now released, the so-called Gospel of Jesus' wife, unveiled at a conference in Rome a year and a half ago, could have originated as far back as the 700s, shattering allegations that the fragment of paper had been produced more recently by fraudsters. Translated to English, the document is adorned with the words, Jesus said to them, my wife, ... and, quote, she will be able to be my disciple, ... Two fragments of phrases that not only suggest that the founder of Christianity may have been married, but that role of women in the church may have been significantly different over 1,000 years ago. Karen L. King, professor at Harvard University who discovered the text, originally thought that the papyrus was from the 4th century. But while the latest rounds of test dating the document to be several hundred years newer, that is, closer to BC, AD, than previously assumed, it also dismisses concerns surrounding the actual authenticity of the evidence. The Boston Globe reported on Thursday this week that King's document was originally dismissed as a fake by both academic peers and the Vatican's official newspaper. But carbon dating suggests the ink used on the papyrus is from 8th century Egypt. I'm basically hoping that we can move past the issue of forgery to questions about the significance of this fragment for the history of Christianity, for thinking about questions like, why does Jesus being married or not even matter? Why is it that people had such an incredible reaction to this? She said in an interview with the paper. Now, when I come back and read the fragment, it seems the major issue being talked about was that Jesus was affirming that wives and mothers can be his disciples, King said. But ahead of the results of this latest test being revealed, King too had her doubts. I took very seriously the comments of such a wide range of people that it might be a forgery, she added to the New York Times, who reported that King now says she is very confident that the document is in fact genuine. When you have all the evidence pointing in one direction, it doesn't make it 100%, but history is not a place where 100% is a common thing, Dr. King told the Times. As for others, however, skeptics still have their doubts. Nothing is going to change my mind, Brown University Egyptologist Leo Depute told the Boston Globe this week. As a forgery, it is bad to the point of being farcical or phobish. I don't buy the argument that this is sophisticated. I think it could be done in an afternoon by an undergraduate student. The document is full of gross grammatical errors. He added to the times. Seems ripe for a Monty Python sketch and could have been authored with a homemade ink substitute that an undergraduate student with one semester authored with a homemade ink substitute that an undergraduate student with one semester of Coptic could have accomplished. A rebuttal from DepUnit will run alongside Dr. King's peer-reviewed paper when it is published by the Harvard Theological Review this week. According to the Globe, 2 rounds of carbon dating testing were done on the document. First by the University of Arizona Accelerator Mass Spectrometry, it says, Mass Spectrometry Laboratory, and then Noreen Touros of Harvard. I haven't seen any argument that I find at all compelling that would indicate that it's not genuine. It's not ancient. Roger Bagnall, director of New York University's Institute for the Study of the Ancient World, added to the Globe. My opinion. If the above, the front side of the papyrus fragment, is true, then that proves my opinion that Jesus was mortal. However, the divine power that he obtained from God to perform his miracles made him the divine Christ. That is, Jesus was Jesus until he performed his first miracle, transforming water into wine. Then he became Jesus Christ, the only Son of God. Did Jesus Christ marry? I don't know. If he did, that proves my opinion and practice that priests must marry unless they obtain word from God to be celibate. Can a priest also have a position in the discipline of political science and or military science? Popes have in the past. Popes must protect their believers. That proves my practice that Christians must protect, defend, and neutralize a J. Edgar criminally insane Homo Hoover and Hooverists. Political science, regular or at least volunteers to have what the majority of Eastern Ukrainians are demanding, a referendum. Or they move in and take back the entire country until the next regular election. The Eastern Ukrainians really don't need a referendum. They are the surviving, legal elected people. They have the right to ask for help from any and all nations that will defend and protect their lives, homes, etc. So that they are not taken over by a neocon gang of King George, Queen Hoover hypocrites. I make this statement. Jesus Christ lived a commune life. He proved he was not for the English-type king or Hooveristic USA mercenaries.